Okay, let's jump into the vault here and let's show you how to do new tapes and stuff like that. So you notice when you log into the system, it says enter new media right here. Just remember that that's there. We're going to look at that a little bit later, but let's jump right in here to library. Okay, and there's a button here that says new media here. Both buttons are the same, okay? So let's just hit new. This thing always comes up and it's going to ask you how do you want to enter the new tape over. So let's hit counter because you'll see what's going to happen there. When you do counter, it asks you what kind of a tape is this. And I'm going to say this is a test tape. Click on that and then hit OK. And it's automatically going to know that the next test tape is test 01. And then you hit OK. Oh, you know what? That's a duplicate number. Look at that. I already had a test tape 01 in there. So I'm just going to keep that one actually. Because now we're going to have a new lesson on how to delete a tape. Let's do that right away. Let's go back in here. See, I've got all these tapes. I'm going to go into this test one. I'm going to delete that one. Okay, so we just have one tape in here. So let's do that again. New tape, counter. I'm going to choose a test tape. Go there, and look at that. It knows it's number 2. So I'm going to do OK, and now I've got test tape number 2. Let's do another one. Let's do new. Use the counter, and let's go field tape. What's going to happen here? Okay, this is totally different. It's asking me some questions. What's the shoot date? I'm going to do today's date. Incidentally, the way I typed that in so fast was going Apple minus on the keyboard. The camera crew is A, and it's load number 1. And then see what it does? It came up with all of that information there, and because that was set up in that media numbering for that. Anyways, what we're going to do now is you want to go through and enter the tape name, maybe give it some information about the tape, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff that you can enter in as far as pop-ups go and stuff like that. Okay, let's do another new tape and go counter just to get you a sense, because there's another type of tape. And this one also we can do. Now remember, I chose a different thing from the pop-up. And let's choose A and 1, which is the same thing, but you'll notice this has a different tape number because it's the TT tape. Remember that? And this one is an FT tape. So remember these colors over here? If you remember, all of that came from the media numbering, right? So we had these different series, different types of numbering schemes, and that's why we got different types of numbers and colors, because it pulled the information from over there. All right. Another cool thing here is if you need to enter in a bunch of tapes at once, you can just go up to here, create multiple new media records. Let's do that. All right, let's do 3 new tapes, and let's do the test tape. All right, and test 3. It knows it's going to be the next one. Now we can add in some information about all of those. Let's take today's date as the shoot date again. 7/8/2008. Camera crew. Let's do A. Media title. Test. Demo. Tapes. Let's not worry about a description. Presto. See, it made it 3, 4, and 5 because it knew that it already had a 1 and a 2 in there. Right? Now, the other thing is if I do new media tapes, and let's do 3 of these, and let's do this type of tape. Let's do yesterday's date. Let's do camera crew. Actually, let's do camera crew B, and let's do today's date, and let's do load 1. Now, what's going to happen here is just set up these defaults. Field tape for demo. What it did here is it increased the load. Okay, so it did the same date and everything, but the first load that you entered in was 1, and then it counts up from that load. All right, cool. So the next thing I want to show you is manual. Sometimes what happens is you just gotta, you've got a bunch of old tapes that you need to enter in, and you just want to get the number in there, right? So I'm gonna call one. Let's call it test 10, right? It's totally out of sequence. Now I'm going to come in here. Now it asks me what the series code is, and I'm going to say, well, it's one of these one of these type of tapes, a blue one, and so it still made it blue and everything, but it just got me to get in a 10 in there. All right. Now what's important though, if I do counter now, and if I choose test tape again, it looks at the highest number and takes it. It takes that, right? So it noticed 10 is the highest number, so it assumes 11 is going to be the next one. It's not going to fill in 6, 7, 8, and 9. So if you got to go back and catch up on 6, 7, 8, and 9, then you got to do those ones manually. All right. But anyways, once the tape gets entered in, you can now type in the title of the tape and fill in all that extra stuff that you're supposed to do, and away you go. All right, that's how you enter in